the attitude falls in place. All right. What we call the true nature of a heart. Heart is nothing but, Hari, I'm sure in Reiki you say heart has 7 qualities, right? Those 7 qualities of the heart has to be brought in on a daily basis. What are the 7 qualities of the heart? The 7 qualities of the heart is what? Peace, peace, purity, love, happiness, knowledge, power, and bliss. Power is not for ego. Power is not to control. Power is to take right decisions. These are the 7 qualities of the heart. These are the 7 qualities of the soul. हमारी आत्मा की ये 7 qualities है. We are born with these 7 qualities, right? These 7 qualities are what I call is the attitude of a person. What you have activated more in your heart is the way you will give attention. The way you give attention is the way you drive your purpose of your life. All right. So moving forward, I'm going a little, I can't make it very interactive. Otherwise this session goes long, but today the idea is not to give you very deep concept. The idea is to expose you. And then if you're happy and if you want me to come and do another session for each of the things, I'll be happy to come and do the session subsequently on that. All right. So let's understand, when we talk about mindfulness, what are the benefits of mindfulness? That's the first question, right? What are the benefits of mind? This is all thing that I'm talking to you is research based. This is not my, these are all research based. These are folks who've done PhD, peer research papers. These are all published research, which is also documented in the Upanishad. This is documented in Bhagavad Gita, but we don't follow. We follow the Western world. So I thought, let's bring the Western world who captured everything around it. So when you practice mindfulness, mindfulness has to directly to do with your positive psychology, right? Which means you become more optimistic. You have high sense of self-awareness. You focus on the strength. You have a time perspective. That means you don't worry about future. You say, I'm आज का काम करूंगा, input पे focus करूंगा, output क्या होगा हमें नहीं करना है कुछ भी, because input is what I control, and that is what I mean to say by present moment. And when you practice mindfulness, that means you don't have regret, and you're not worrying too much of the future. Then you have a lower stress level. Many times we are focusing too much. सर बच्चों का क्या होगा, समझ नहीं आ रही, बच्चे निकम्मे निकल रहे हैं सर हमारे. अरे भाई बच्चों की चिंता मत कर, अपनी चिंता कर. The way you bring up the children will depend the way you practice what you practice in your life. Right? Because you transmit the energy, you vibrate the energy, you're radiating that energy. So if you're a positive person, your children will be positive. If you're a positive, optimistic guy, people around with you will be positive because you carry that vibration of positivity around with you, right? Mindfulness also creates very strong behavior. All right. GK, I know you're raising a hand for asking question. I'll open up the floor a little later for questions, but bear with me for that. So it impacts your behavior. जैसा आप सोचते हैं वैसा आप महसूस करते हैं. जैसा आप महसूस करते हैं वैसा आपका behavior हो जाता है. The way you think is the way you feel. The way you feel is the way you react. So if I'm creating a thought of jealousy, GK, what is the thought I've created? I've created a negative thought of jealousy. So how will I feel? I feel negative. When I'm feeling negative, how my behavior will be? My behavior will be irritating. It'll be full of anger. I'll be ready to fight. I'll be aggressive. Versus to say, I create a thought of acceptance, that I accept Hari the way he is. All right. Then what is the thought I created? I created a thought of acceptance. How will I feel? I feel very peaceful. When I'm peaceful, how my behavior will be? It'll be more accepting. It'll be more collaborating. It'll be more inviting. It'll be more positive around it, right? People will feel happy talking to me. I'll be radiating that happiness. So it also creates it also controls your behavior. And to understand mindfulness, you have to go deep. To understand your behavior and why in a particular situation you are not able to practice mindfulness, you have to really go deep inside your own self to understand what are the fears you're living with, how you create your thoughts in your life. Because the way you create your thoughts is the way your upbringing has happened. आपके माँ बाप कौन थे, कैसे घर में आप पैदा हुए, आपके दोस्त कौन थे, स्कूल में क्या किया. So our surroundings, our upbringing, our teachers, our friends, our experiences of our life have created the way we think about it. Now, if your mental models have become negative, that means you're not positive and you don't practice the 7 qualities of your heart, then you have to, by design, the way you learn selling skills, the way you learn how to talk to people, the way you learn how to drive a car. Similarly, you have to retrain your mind And you can't retrain the mind, but you have to train the mind to be more positive, optimistic, and practice mindfulness. It's a training issue. It's not a, you're not born with that. You're not born with negativity, right? Your upbringing happened that way, and therefore some people are very positive, some people are less positive in life. But you can train yourself to be a practitioner of mindfulness. All right. So let's understand. This is a little, heavy slide. I just want to just share this concept with you and then do it up. Basically, if you look at the emotional, we have so many emotions that we create. Simply we call it upward spiral and downward spiral of emotion. What is upward spiral? Upward spiral means all positive emotions. What are positive emotions? The highest positive emotion is happiness, joy, appreciation, love, right? That is the highest emotion of positivity that you can have. Passion, enthusiasm, positive expectation, positive belief. कुछ नहीं होगा, कुछ नहीं होगा, ये कोविड भी निकल जाएगा. कुछ लोग कोविड में डर गए. जब वो डर गए, and I'm sure, Hari, some other day when you talk about Reiki and when you talk about energy healing, there's a law of energy. जैसा हम सोचते हैं, वैसा महसूस करते हैं. The same energy we draw from the universe. In the morphogenetic field of the energy, the whole universe, you and me are operating in a morphogenetic field. We are surrounded by energy field. So the way we create thoughts is the way we draw the energy. So if you're creating optimistic thought, upward spiral thoughts of positive expectation, optimism, hopefulness, contentment, then you will always be naturally, you'll be practicing mindfulness. Optimistic people are never worried about tomorrow. Happy people don't have regret in life. People who are unhappy, people who have tendency of worry, people who are frustrated, people who are revengeful, people who have vindictive attitude, people who are not generous, okay, people who live with grief, people who live with a lot of jealousy, right? People who get bored very fast are the people who find it very difficult to practice mindfulness, right? So all that you have to do is to be aware of your emotions. If you're aware of the emotions, then you can create a mechanism of switch off and switch on. It's like an electric switch. When you want a light, you switch on your electricity. When you don't need it, you switch it off. Now, in simple terms, if you are a downward spiral guy, that means you are a negative person. That means you live your life with frustration, impatience, irritation, disappointment, worry, anger, revenge, right? Jealousy, fear, depression. Then you're consuming more energy because the body is consuming more energy. You get tired very fast. Let me invite any one of you to unmute yourself. The day you're very happy, Pradeep, the day you're very happy, do you ever feel tired?
Never, sir. Bro, ये लगता है ये 24 घंटे कम पड़ रहे हैं यार, ये एक दिन और ज्यादा क्यों नहीं हो सकता?
Yeah, so you don't need to eat food, anything, right? You can mute yourself, otherwise there's a lot of noise of the traffic. So the day you're feeling happy, that day you don't need anything. Your concentration is high, your focus is high, your sales closures are high, your facilitation skills are suddenly gone up. The same person now suddenly is vibrating with so much of a good positive facilitation that you're doing altogether. So the point I'm making is energy is created when you're optimistic, upward spiral guy, and energy is consumed more when there's a downward spiral of energies. It's simple, na, Dilip bhai, it's simple. आपकी गाड़ी में, आपकी टायर में हवा कम है, तो गाड़ी का फ्यूल एवरेज बढ़ जाएगा, कम आएगा, राइट? गाड़ी में जोर ज्यादा लगेगा, गाड़ी में मजा नहीं आएगा चलाने में. अगर उसका सस्पेंशन खराब है तो गाड़ी वॉबल करेगी. So negative thoughts, which I just spoke about, downward spiral energy is, and that is where your fuel average of the car goes bad. Wear and tear of the tires are very high. Similarly, when you have negative thoughts, your energy, the body is consuming more energy, and therefore the wear and tear is more high. And the new body cells that comes to your body are also very unhealthy. A wrinkle comes up, you start looking old, right? You can't digest your food, blood pressure comes up. Everything is correlated with the emotion that you, and I go back to my opening comments. Human beings are the only beings who can control their biology. Nobody else can control it. And what is biology? Biology is nothing but Prakash, Adi. Biology is nothing, Deepak bhai, but the thoughts that you create. Your thoughts create your biology. Feelings is your biology. Right? So I'm sure all of you have experienced a time when we go for exams in the exam days, we used to get suddenly lose motions because of the stress, right? Your biology changed because of the feeling that you created, right? You just do it up, right? So it is the way you think, is the way you feel, is the way you create your energy. Now, if you want to create high energy, then you have to be a positive guy. That means you have to be a optimistic, mindful person. That means you practice mindfulness. And if you want to consume more energy, then be a negative person. Simple, period. Right? So moving forward quickly on this. And so what does energy mean? And when we spoke about harmonizing your body, mind, and heart, you know what we call in our Upanishad, we call it the Panch Mahabhuta, right? The 5 energy fields that we live with. In the Western world, they call it the peak performance pyramid. In the Harvard Business School, they've done a research-based study. Same thing. What our Upanishad is talking, the Panch Mahabhuta, they are calling a peak performance pyramid. Okay, let me define this to all of you. What we call a physical capacity, that means physical health. Because if I tell Adi Mathur, Annamaya Kosha, because Annamaya Kosha, nobody's taught him what is Annamaya Kosha. So the guy is confused. They say, okay, Adi, you have to be physically strong. That means physical capacity is simply in Upanishad means Annamaya Kosha, the gross energy that we live with, okay, which is for which your body needs food. So the first foundation, so there are 5 energy fields, and then there are 5 senses, the total 24 senses, the total of 24 energy fields that we create depending on how we are using our senses, how we are using our 5 energy field. I'm not going to that kind of a detailing, but simply for this session today, if you understand this, you're done for your life. Okay. So there are 5 energy fields. Our body is not energy. Energy, body is felt. You can touch and feel the body, but you can't touch and feel emotional. You can't touch and feel your mental energy. You can't touch and feel your spiritual energy. You can't touch and feel your bliss energy, the Anandamaya Kosha, but I'll talk about it a little bit more in detail about it, right? So the foundation, and by the way, all these 5 energy fields are interconnected with each other. Again, they are not linear. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि आपकी physical energy अच्छी होगी तब आपकी emotional energy अच्छी होगी. ये interconnected है. ये कभी भी किसी के साथ play करते हैं, कभी भी कोई energy आ जाती है, right? You may be physically very strong, but you don't have a spiritual capacity. That means you get hurt very fast. Somebody can hurt you. You feel jealous because your soul power is not very strong, right? You don't have the resilience in you. So in spite of you being physically strong, your energy will dip because all 5 energy fields are interconnected with each other. It's like the alignment of your wheel of the car. It's the balancing of your wheel. Your wheel has to be balanced. Your wheel has to be aligned. And therefore, the wheels need to have the right air. Your car need to be serviced regularly. Similarly, for energy to be consumed and created, all the 5 energy fields have to be worked upon. But the foundation of energy, 5 energy field, is your physical energy, Annamaya Kosha. What does physical energy means? Physical energy simply means your ability to work hard 12 hours, 14 hours a day. You need physical energy, right? You need physical energy so that your metabolism in the body is good, right? Otherwise you'll not be able to do any work. So what you have to do for physical energy, let's talk about it. For physical energy, the most important thing is the food that you're eating. And it is not what food you're eating. It is how are you eating the food. Are you eating the food while watching news channel? You're eating the food while having a WhatsApp, you know, that Narendra Modi and Muslim and Indians are fighting with each other, and the group as WhatsApp SMS that you're watching. While eating food, what kind of a thought you're generating? हम कहते हैं जैसा अन्न वैसा मन. जैसा अन्न वैसा मन. जो आपने खाना खाया किस मन से खाया, किस भाव से खाया, किस इमोशंस के साथ खाया, the energy gets created basis that. Okay, and it is not जैसा अन्न. आपने पैसा कमाया कैसे? How have you earned the money? Have you earned the money with peace, purity, power, love, or you've earned the money by jealousy, by hatred, by playing politics? Because जैसा आपने धन कमाया, the way you earn the money, that energy in that money is what you're buying the food. Now, if you earn the money in a negative manner, then your food cannot have positive energy, Sharma ji. Right? You can't say, oh, मैं भगवान को भोग लगा रहा हूं. लेकिन भगवान कह रहे हैं भैया तूने इतने गंदे तरीके से, बेईमान तरीके से दूसरे एजेंट की तू सेल खा गया. हाँ, तुमने फैसिलिटेशन ठीक से किया नहीं, तुम उसमें कन्नी काट गए. So God says, God, you're not doing my work. You're impure guy. Now, impure guy can't have pure energy. So it is not the energy, it is the way you earning the energy. And earning in our sense is the way you earn the money, right? So how are you earning the money is the way you earn your food. And then how the food is cooked. Who's cooking the food? Why this happens, Dilip bhai? When you make a prasad at home, that prasad sounds so delicious. You make a halwa, you make a payasam at home for a prasad, suddenly the taste changes, na? And the same payasam when you make for consumption for party, in which you're serving liquor, the taste changes.
True.
Right? It is the flow of energy. So food is important. Are you eating a balanced food? Are you eating a right balanced food? Do you know how much food you should be eating? Most of us, we are eating more food than what the body requires. So naturally, your body will not be healthy. Right? So this is not a session on diet and what the food should be. I request you to go and do a Google search. Enough videos available, what kind of food and how you should be eating the food. But the idea is to have healthy food. Right? ये नहीं हो सकता ना प्रकाश भाई, और सर टाइम नहीं मिला, मैंने रास्ते में वड़ा पाव खा लिया. Once in a month वड़ा पाव is okay, but every day वड़ा पाव is not a good idea. भाजी पाव खा लिया, भुर्जी पाव खा लिया. अभी ज्यादा पाव खाएगा तो कार्बोहाइड्रेट ज्यादा है, बॉडी खराब हो जाएगी. Right? So you have to have a balanced food. Then the second thing important is sleep. If you, I will invite you, and Hari, I will share a video of Matthew Walker, who's done a research for 20 years why sleep is important. It's a TED video, okay? And if you Google search Matthew Walker, you will discover this in the Google. There's enough videos on that, right? Okay. If you are not sleeping minimum to minimum 8 hours, then you are heading for low energy. There's no way your energy can be high. Okay. Now, some people say no, 6 hours. So it's a debatable question, 6 to 8 hours of energy, but you have to be in the bed for 8 hours. Now, people who are meditators don't have to sleep for 6 hours, but you have to be meditating for 1 hour a day. Now, if you're watching, Netflix, Money Heist, there's one game, suicidal game, which has come these days. I don't know. There's some Korean game which has come.
Quid.
Yeah. You're watching that, Pradeep bhai, before going to sleep. Then you'll only have thoughts of suicide coming to you. Right? You'll feel very violent. When you're violent, your body will not sleep because your mind is still active. Mind takes about 2 hours to slow down before you go to deep sleep. Now, there are sleep cycles, rapid eye movement, non-rapid eye movement, net. This is not a sleep session, but you go to sleep 2 hours before your sleep time. No television, no news, no newspaper, no WhatsApp forwarding, nothing. Just focus on, reading something that you like it, create a nice mood, have a family conversation, relax yourself, listen to music, but do something, okay, to be physically active, so that 6 hours of sleep minimum to 8 hours of sleep will give you good energy when you get up in the body, with a very energized body when you get up in the morning, okay? And you should get up in one stroke. It should not happen, oh no, let me sleep some more time, and you feel like sleeping only. That means your sleep is not over. And by the way, I'm not a doctor, and doctors will not say this because medical science wants evidence. The number one reason for cancer, which is proven now in the Western world, and there's research happening, is lack of sleep. Lack of sleep. All diseases are caused because of lack of sleep. Body has a inherent ability to recover and heal, but the healing only happens when you're sleeping at night. And body can only do two things, GK. Body can do digestion of your food, or body can heal. Now, if you're eating too much of a food at night and in the day, then the body is taking a lot of energy to consume your food, right? That means digestion is not happening, and the body is taking more time for digesting. There's no time for body healing, right? And therefore, consume food which is very balanced in short quantities. Don't have overeating of the food. Sleep properly. Have a break every 90 minutes to 120 minutes. Take a break, because if you're not taking your break, hormones, glucose level, and blood pressure level drops every 90 minutes to 120 minutes. Therefore, we say get up from your chair, walk, take a 15-minute break, drink water, drink lassi, drink fruit juice, eat fruit, but take a break every 90 minutes to 120 hours to keep your energy high. All right. And last but not the least, you got to do physical activity. I mean, you have to run, you have to do yoga, you have to do weight training, go to gym. अगर आप हफ्ते में 5 दिन weight training नहीं कर रहे हैं, run नहीं कर रहे हैं, yoga नहीं कर रहे हैं, yoga does not mean, yoga means Surya Namaskar, 100 Surya Namaskar. Walk does not mean walking in the garden, brisk walking. So you have to do intense physical activity to keep your physical energy up. That is how you will create a physical energy. Now, once the energy is created, then you go to your emotional capacity. How do you create your emotional capacity? Emotional capacity in Upanishad talks about pranamaya kosha. All right, which means it is pranamaya. Pranamaya means your breath. How are you breathing? So when you are emotionally disturbed, your breath is faster or your breath is normal? Hari bhai.
Faster for sure.
Faster.
Yeah, so that means you're consuming more breath. Now, in Upanishad, it is documented. I'm not an Upanishad expert. I've not read, but I just studied a summary about the whole thing. Every human being in the world has been sent with counted breath. How are you consuming your breath? Kitni saans, we call it the heart rate. You go to the doctor say your heart rate should be stable. 140 ke upar heart rate stable hona chahiye, right? Now, why they're saying heart rate? Because medical science says, but in Upanishad, they say your number of breath that you're consuming in an hour will decide your lifespan. More breath you're consuming, more shorter lifespan you will have. For your breath, for your heart to remain stable, you have to be physically strong and emotionally strong. Right? If you're not emotionally strong, aapko gussa aa jata hai, you feel jealous, you feel insecure, versus you feel optimistic, you feel very loving, you have love in your relationship, then your heart will be very stable. That means other organs of your body will function very normally. And therefore, you will be consuming less energy, Dilip bhai. See, this is all about creating energy and consuming energy. Negative energy consumes more energy. You create a lot of energy, but you're negative. You do a lot of workout in the morning. You sleep on time. You get up on time. And you take break also, but you're negatively charged guy. You get emotionally hurt very fast. Then you're consuming more energy. There's an imbalance happening around it. Okay. The third energy, what we call the mental energy. Mental energy is simply Manomaya Kosha in Upanishad. Okay. Why do we need mental energy? Mental energy is required. By the way, I'll come to that. Oh, sorry, my apologies. So to improve your emotional capacity, what you have to do? For emotional capacity, you have to improve your emotional capacity. Then you have to be aware of your emotions. You have to be aware of your emotions. So let's assume you're feeling angry. Gussa aa raha hai, right? And therefore, I'm sure sometime you heard your dad and father, mother talking about it. Count 10, drink a glass of water, right? Create some ritual by which you come to know. You have to be first aware that I'm feeling angry. The moment you are aware, you say, all right, I'm feeling angry. You close your eyes and say, okay, Rajendra Sood, relax. You're a relaxed guy. You're a peaceful guy. You're a very loving guy. Talk to yourself. Talk opposite of what you don't want. You don't want anger. So what is opposite of anger? Peace. Right? What is opposite of jealousy? Love. Right? What is opposite of hatred? Acceptance. Right? So whatever is the negative feeling, when you have to change the feeling, you create an affirmation on the spot and you create a ritual. Suppose you're feeling jealousy. Okay. So you say, I'm feeling jealous. I acknowledge I'm feeling jealous, but I'm not a jealous guy. I'm a loving soul. I'm a loving person. I'm a happy person. I'm a peaceful person. I inhale peace. I inhale happiness. And you don't have to speak. I'm just demonstrating to you, okay? But you can just close your eyes and create those emotions. You shift your emotions. Create those rituals. Now remember, your emotional capacity is directly linked with your physical capacity. It is interlinked with each other. Okay. And because remember, it is you are what you repeatedly do. जो चीज आप रोज करते हैं वैसा आप बन जाते हैं. So what you practice, you become that way. So if you practice positive thoughts by design, you become aware of it and you learn how to switch off your negative thoughts and how to switch on your positive thoughts, then you will know how to consume energy in a positive manner. The third energy field is mental capacity. What we call is mental capacity is an outcome of the way you focus on your physical and emotional energy. It's a direct correlated with that. Okay. Mental energy is required for what? Mental energy is required for focus, so that you can remain focused on a task. You should not become frustrated. Right? Problem solving. You need to be focused on a problem solving. You got to be disciplined. For you to remain disciplined, you got to have a mental capacity, right? You have to be very goal focused. So if you want to be goal focused, then you need to have mental capacity to remain focused on your goal. Okay. Task focus. So anything that causes interference in your focus will deplete your energy. What will interfere? Disturbance, irritation, frustration, anger, insecurity, fear. All the negative emotions are the interferences in your mental capacity. So therefore we say focus on emotional capacity, mental capacity will automatically improve. In the absence of the mental capacity, you will not be able to create, and you will not be able to create high energy, and you will not be able to focus endurance, what we call endurance and stamina. You know, for you to create a lot of wealth, you have to work RD for the next 20 years, right? For you to enjoy your happy life, you have to be mentally very strong. You don't want to have a life with dementia, right? Loss of memory. पहचान ही नहीं पाते, आप अपने बच्चों को नहीं पहचान पा रहे हो, because you have deteriorated your mental capacity so much, and you never practice how to create mental capacity. Right? Now, what you have to do, a lot of people will tell you meditation, because the moment we talk about meditation, then people say, oh, you know, sir, meditation is spirituality. No, it is not religion. There's enough research which talks about it. Meditation changes the neuron system, your neuron connection, the brain gets changed with meditation. There's enough evidence. There's a Dr. Mohit Gupta. He's a practicing doctor in GV Pant Hospital here in Delhi, who has overcome his brain tumor without surgery. And he has a scan of his brain tumor before he became a meditator, and how with meditation of 1 year, focus meditation, pranic healing, Reiki healing is what about energy focus. And he created those thoughts, and then he did a scan after that. He himself is he's a head of the cardiology in GV Pant Hospital. You to Google search, you'll know Dr. Mohit Gupta. Okay. And today is one of the most sought after doctors. There's enough research in the Western world that how meditation helps you. And not only meditation, but the thoughts that you create. Sankalp se siddhi. Sankalp is what? Your thoughts. Sankalp se siddhi. Sankalp is nothing but your thoughts. The way you create the thought is the way your life manifests into it. Right? For that, you have to slow down your mind. Your mind has to slow down. Your mind has to stop creating thoughts. अरे क्या होगा, पता नहीं सूद साहब, ये क्या होने वाला है सर, पेंडेमिक आ गया. अरे जब मरेगा तो देखेंगे तेरे को यार, अभी तू जिंदा है ना. लेट्स फोकस ऑन दैट. क्या हो गया? अब पेंडेमिक की बात कर, पेंडेमिक ही करे जा रहे हैं. अरे पेंडेमिक खत्म हो गया भाई, आगे बात कर यार. Why to talk pandemic all the time? Why to talk negative? Because when you create a negative thought, it creates one more negative thought. It's a downward spiral, remember? So therefore, Sankalp se siddhi, create positive thoughts for creating your, and practice meditation. Okay. Sometimes you can do Surya Namaskar. I mean, in yoga, you can do anything. It's all interconnected around it, but meditation is very important. And meditation along with visualization. Visualization. That means how you want your life. So how you want your life, RD, on 1st January 2022. How you want your life on 1st January 2023. Visualize that life today. Create that thought today. That is what we call Sankalp. Create that intention. And then give attention to that intention and be heartful guy practicing mindful practices. Right? Your life will become like that. When you create visualization, there's research in the Harvard Medical College that the neural circuits change and your entire biology of your system changes totally. इसलिए डॉक्टर कहते हैं, देखिए हमने तो अपना काम कर दिया, अब दुआ कीजिए. डॉक्टर्स क्यों कहते हैं शर्मा जी, पॉजिटिव रहिएगा, be a fighter? Why they are saying? Doctors can't describe you. This is the way energy is created, right? So they say dua karo. Dua karo is the next capacity of spiritual capacity. Spiritual capacity means how are you creating capacity? What is spirituality? Let's talk about that in a minute's time, and then I'm done for that, okay? Spirituality simply means the energy is unleashed by tapping into one's deep belief. What is your belief system? What do you believe in the heart? Do you believe in peace? Do you believe in power? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in purity? Do you believe in caring, sharing, cooperation, right? Do you believe in compassion? Do you believe in harmonizing everything around it? Do you believe in generosity, right? It is your belief system. We are born with all the 7 qualities. I repeat, the 7 सत गुण, हम कहते हैं सत गुण. हर इंसान सत गुणों के साथ पैदा हुआ है. Which are those 7 guns? Which are the 7 qualities? I repeat again: peace, purity, love, happiness, knowledge, power, and bliss. These are the 7 qualities we are born with. लेकिन हमने देखा सेल्स में एक दूसरे की सेल खा गए. हमने देखा यार ऐसे ही चलता है, पॉलिटिक्स है. वो कहते हैं सूद साहब ये पॉलिटिक्स है सर, यहाँ पे मार देंगे लोग आपको. Because belief system has turned suddenly. Change your belief system. Go deep inside your heart, using mindfulness practices, using meditation, connecting with yourself, reflecting. You know, we say reflect on your soul, reflect on your vision, reflect on the purpose of your life. Right? You'll connect. And when you increase, when you ignite peace, power, purity, the सत गुण, जब उन 7 गुणों को आप इग्नाइट करते हैं, जब उसकी पावर को बढ़ाते हैं अपनी बॉडी के अंदर, अपनी सोल के अंदर, तो उससे आती है डिटर्मिनेशन, उससे आता है डिसिप्लिन, उससे आता है रेजिलियंस, उससे आता है पैशन. These are outcomes of your spiritual energy. When all the 4 energy fields are connected with each other, they align fully, then we get Anandamaya Kosh. Bliss energy. That means every breath that I inhale is a bliss. अगर कहीं स्वर्ग है तो हमारी सांसों में स्वर्ग है, right? In our breath is the heaven. So that will only happen when all the 5 energy fields are aligned and interconnected with each other, and you practice that on an ongoing basis. So before I close the session, I just like to say, just to summarize, environment around with us is changing very fast. The way we live life in the past and the way we live life in the past will not be the same. It's changing dramatically. It'll change further dramatic. Technology, pandemics will be a way of life for all of us. Okay. However, it is very important that we have to perform on a daily basis at a high energy. And it is not about stress. Stress will be there, but how are you managing the stress? How do you create energy and how you renew yourself to cope with the stress is important, right? And the only way you can do this is through mindful practice and also understanding the 5 energy fields that we talk about it, right? And therefore, it is very important that you do activities on the 5 energy fields that I spoke about, is to recover your energy, to rejuvenate yourself on an ongoing basis, and you expand your capacity, your physical capacity, emotional capacity, mental capacity, spiritual capacity has to expand. It's only when you expand your capacity, you will be able to perform with passion and for longer duration, and therefore you will be happy, your family will be happy, your company will be happy, your employees will be happy, and you will become successful in life. So thank you so very much. I'm good to close, but any questions, I'm happy to take up 1 or 2 questions right now, Hari. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, boss. That was incredibly, because in the 17 years that I have known you, I can experience the same energy in you in 2021 as I first experienced in 2004. So that's absolutely amazing, and you're a living role model of whatever you have spoken. That's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for giving our CEO talk such an amazing launch. So boss, we have 5-7 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Take some questions.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So if anybody has a question, you can quickly unmute yourself and ask.
Not a question, just an appreciation. Rajinder ji, आपने गागर के अंदर पूरा सागर भर दिया. Wonderful talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. As people open up for question answers, may I invite all of you to go in your chat box, and one thing that you will learn today and you will practice Why don't you go to your chat box and commit that? Because action has to be followed. Otherwise, you will not be, it will become a knowledge session, good pep talk, but will not be. So commit to yourself. This is my number one learning, and this is what I'm committing to implement. But I'm happy to take up any questions if anybody like to talk about it.
So I think earlier GK had raised his hand. So GK, if you want to ask something right away. Okay, align our energy fields, being mindful and practice that, right? 7 qualities of the heart, yeah. So boss, KK had also Koreman Katrak, also our HSSC associate and colleague. He said that he overcame his sleep problems using mindfulness.
Fantastic.
So as you were speaking, he had put that in the chat.
In fact, I had overcome this. I am a mindfulness practitioner, and I have done a detailed course in mindfulness as well. Although I don't train on the subject because I have limited knowledge at this point of time, but it has helped me restore my sleep because of excessive travel schedules and stress. My sleep was totally, I could barely sleep 2 to 3 hours a day. And now happy to report I sleep around 8 hours a day.
Awesome, KK. Awesome.
Excellent.
Wow, we have a live insights here.
Yeah.
RD Mathur channelizing our
Vikas
energies more conscious. Yeah, Vikas.
Yeah, just wanted to ask you, first of all, thank you very much for this wonderful session. In fact, I could relate because I also have been practicing this now. And I'm about to complete this book on this subject, Body, Mind and Soul, Holistic Healing with Body, Mind and Soul. That is my passion nowadays. So just wanted to ask you this question that, we always have seen you as a very tough taskmaster. You have been driving energy through us, but only from external means by being very, very tough, right? So what really happened in your life that you turned completely internal and now you are talking about this subject?
Well, as I said, the person, thank you so much, Vikas. And I know
अगर आप अभी भी ये आपको रिपोर्ट कर रहा होता ना, कल आप इसकी PRP कर सकते.
Not at all. You continue to carry the past image. I just shared mindfulness means you are in the present moment. So Vikas, that's a very deep question, and I think I got exposed to this whole thing when I landed up in front of Sadhguru and Isha Foundation way back in 2013 and going through an engineering course. And I always had this love and hate relationship with all my team members. They love me for what I do for them, but they also hated me because I was very intense and I was very demanding in everything that I was doing for them, right? Sometimes very critical, because I only learned that a military way is a way of life. I am brought up in a military culture. I'm brought up in a military family. Like my dad was in the army. So because of my upbringing, I had that mental model, and I discovered there's also a same way, because when you're very demanding, when you're very pushy, when you're very critical, you're critical to your own self. And one incident happened because way back in 2010, when I landed up in the hospital, that was the only time in my career in my life of 55, I'm going to be turning 55 this year, right? That I landed in the hospital with absolutely low immunity, got impacted with typhoid. And I remember a doctor coming and talking to me, and he asking a question in front of Deepika, my wife. I fainted twice in the hospital, and he asked a question for my wife. He said, "Susab, where have you bought the house?" And I live in a luxury house with God's grace, super luxury accommodation. I live here. He said, "Which car do you drive? How many rooms you have?" He was asking questions. I said, "Why this doctor is asking question? I am bedridden and he's asking stupid questions." He asked the question, says, "Susab, you want to enjoy this for the rest of your life, or you want to keep coming to hospital?" And I think that was a very defining moment in my life, Vikas. And I decided that I will not live my life. I will not do things. I will not do any so instead of living life to look good to others, how others think about me versus to say how I think about myself. That shift was a very big shift for myself. I think there's a sense of realization that happened, that you want to live life with harmony. You want to live life with love. And since the time that transformation has happened, I started running. I'm a long distance runner. I get up every day in the morning at 4:45 in the morning. Never a day goes when I don't get up by 4:45. Either I'm running on that day or I'm doing my workouts. All right. Only Sunday I take a rest. One Sunday I don't do any physical activity per se. I sleep on time. I get up on time. I eat with moderation. I know what I'm eating, what I'm putting to my mouth. Nobody can force me to eat something. Nobody can force me to do things. So I decided that I'll take charge of my life. Because I also realized, Vikas, the happiness of my family, happiness of my friend like you, the happiness of my relatives, everything depends on where I am. If I'm happy, I'm able to radiate energy. Every time I meet people, say, Susab, what an energy person you are. And I realized that expectation. If I have to give more energy to people, then I have to be an energetic person. If I have to give more vision to people, then I got to have a vision for my own self in life. I think that realization happened in the inner aging program. And from there onwards, I've been practicing few things. Like I told you, I'm a meditator. I run. I practice watching sunrise every day. I sleep on time. I don't watch television except for Sunday, and that too for just 2 hours. I don't watch news. It's been seven months. I've not watched television. 7 months. I don't watch news at all, right? I just get up in the morning, read Economic Times. I go through Times of India, just scan the paper. But previously I'll read the newspaper. I have to do a PhD on that. And I discovered, जो आप मुंह में डालते हैं, what you're feeding to your mouth, what you're feeding to your eyes, what you're feeding to your ears is what the way you personally become a person. So that's been a transformation journey for me. And I realized that you can, when you're compassionate, when you're loving, when you practice forgiveness, when you practice generosity, you connect with people much more deeper level, and people deliver better results for you than in the previous style that I operated with in my life. And I'm also more happy and I'm more healthy per se, because thank you so much.
Boss, that was,
Great
I
to
think,
see this transformation, I think.
yeah, I think it takes a lot of humility to share your personal transformation journey also. It takes a lot of courage also. So I think, and it's incredible. It's a beautiful story, very inspiring, and it's the need of the hour for a lot of people. So thanks a lot, boss. So
Just 30
boss,
more seconds, Hari, and
yeah, we can take one last question.
Yeah, last
just
question, I'll take it up.
just a
But
share.
just 30 seconds, let me say. I asked a question, and I think Sadhguru asked a question that left a very deep, profound impact on me. He said, how you want to die? And I've been thinking of it, how do I prepare myself for my death? And how do I want to die in life, right? So that's you want to die in the hospital, you want to die in a road accident, you want to die with heart attack, you want to die with cancer, you want to die with liver failure, you want to die with dialysis. How do you want to die, right? I mean, I want to die if I'm doing a session and I go while doing a live session, I'm gone. I want to die like that. I want to die when I'm, I want to die while eating jalebi, samosa. I love chola bhatura, right? So once a month I eat chola bhatura. I earn that. I want to die eating chola bhatura. I don't want to die in the hospital, So, and therefore, just to build on to the question that Vikas was asking, you ask this fundamental question, how you want to die, and you'll have a clarity in your life. And how you want people to talk about you after you're gone will give you the purpose of your life.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes, sir, just to share, excellent session. And I've just written it down. There is a very good book. If you can get it, I think you can get it on internet now. It's called Learned Optimism by Dr. Martin Seligman.
Learn Optimism?
Learned Optimism by Dr. Martin Seligman. He's a US psychologist, and he's written this book. If I were to ask anyone, how many of us are optimists? We'll all be gung-ho. How many of us are pessimists? Probably none of us will raise our hand. But are we actually optimists or are we actually pessimists? That is dependent upon a survey, which is called as the Optimism Pessimism Survey by Dr. Martin Seligman. You can get more information on Google on this. And in fact, there is a questionnaire which I have done. I used to train on this. So this is a very good book. So he talks about.
Can you please write it in the chat box?
Yes, I have just.
Yeah, KK, you're on mute.
Sorry, I'll just write it down and share it. And
yeah, please put it in the chat.
Yeah, he says there are 3 parameters according to him for each individual's life. There is something called as permanence. How things can be permanent or not permanent. So if you think that things can be always good with me or always bad with me, that is the permanence factor.
KK, I'm sorry to interrupt you. If you can just put all this in the chat so that we can take one more question.
Sure.
Before we let
in fact, this book will cover everything. So
sure. Thanks for that. Yeah. Boss, we have time for one last question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So if anybody has a question, please quickly ask. I think we already held him back.
You know, like I don't have a
How
question,
how
but
do you
I
make it-
definitely like to say, sorry, please you say.
Yeah, Hari, I was just telling, it's not a question like how Rajiv was telling. In
Right.
fact, I witnessed whatever Rajendra boss was telling from 2013. I attended a Limra program where he came in between for one of the agent session
Okay.
where he shared the same 5 energies.
Okay.
Uh,
Awesome.
I feel, I practice on the first energy, which is, energy Annamaya Kosh. From that day, I never, skip breakfast. Earlier, iske pehle, I used to
Ah.
skip breakfast.
Okay.
So thank you,
Okay.
boss. You shared this, story that 5 days you spent time in Coimbatore, and from there directly you came to that session after that day, I think. So
So, boss,
thank you so much, boss, and you're still following it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yogesh. bhai.
Yes, RD sir.
Sir, I just wanted to acknowledge, I was going through a very tough phase and, I was devastated at that time. And, even being a very, very busy person, Rajendra sir has always given me that time and space to connect with him. And his sessions were real soul healing for me. So probably that was the time when I was looking for a psychiatrist. But because of those conversations and support and a very, very great healing, session which I had with you, sir, that has really brought me back to the action. So
Awesome.
you have really given me a lot. So million thanks to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All divine blessings to you and to, भगवान करवाता है, हम कुछ नहीं करवाते, राजीव भाई.
बॉस यही humility है बॉस. So मैं जब भी anytime I'm in a problem or anytime I have to question something, everyone is here. The only thing I think is कि boss क्या करेंगे and boss क्या करते थे, and that is has been my guiding force for so many years, boss. So thank you for being there.
Thank you, Kazmi. Thank you so much.
Hari, I would like to speak.
Yeah, Prakash.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for arranging this session. And
you.
boss, as Kasmi said, there is not a single day when in my business I remember the way you used to operate. And everything today, what the business which we do operates around the fundamentals which I learned from you. The only question to you is, Zoom boom सब ठीक है सर, लेकिन आप कब personally कब मिल रहे हैं, कब बॉम्बे आ रहे हैं या, so that is very important. So whenever you land up in Bombay, please give us a call so that we can meet you in person for whatever time you can afford.
Look forward to, Prakash. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Hari. Thank you, everyone. I have a dinner commitment. I need to log off. But whenever I'm coming to Bombay, I'll inform Hari and I'll stay back. And
Sure, but it'll be wonderful to catch up.
Yeah, sure.
And I want to thank all the wonderful participants here today who joined us. And of course, a very special thanks to you, boss, for just accepting this invitation on just one phone call. And you said, Hari, anything for you, and I'll be there on the 12th of November. Thank you so much. It's been a fabulous journey for me ever since we met. And there are a lot of interesting things that are happening around. Lots of learnings. So once again, thank you very much on behalf of Team HSSC to Rajendra boss, as well as all the wonderful participants who joined us. You'll get the recording. I'll be putting it up on my YouTube channel, and I will share the link with all of you. The WhatsApp group is there. You can interact, you can network, and you can also join the HSSC formal learning group later on. I'll share the link with all of you. So boss, before we sign off, one last maybe inspirational message from you, and then we can end the inaugural CEO talks.
You put me on a spot. I was just switched off totally. So what can I say? Okay, here are a few lines in Hindi. I'm not sure if Yogesh can understand Hindi, but यूं ही थक के टूट ना जाना, यूं ही थक के टूट ना जाना, जरा देखो रेत के उन जर्रों को रेत का जर्रा मतलब जो रेत का एक पार्टिकल होता है उसको कहते हैं
जी।
जर्रा, राइट? यूं ही थक के टूट ना जाना, शर्म करना, अगर यही टूट जाना, जरा देखो रेत के उन जर्रों को किस तरीके से सिमट के रेगिस्तान हो जाना. You know, so
Yeah.
even small particles of the sand comes together to form a desert, Yogesh. So don't be ever afraid of it. Life is like a river. You know, when the river is about to enter the sea, the river feels very insecure. The river thinks that I'm going to lose the identity, but in spirituality we say a life is like a river. When you die, but you die with your qualities of 7 heart qualities, and you expand yourself, then you're reborn with new qualities in your life. All right. So thank you so very much. God bless.
Thank you,
everybody.
boss. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude the first edition of the CEO Talks from HSSC, and we plan to have this on a more regular basis. And boss, we would be very delighted if you can also recommend to us speakers like you who can come on this platform
Sure.
and enrich all of us.
Thank
So,
you.
thank you so much, and please do take good care of yourself, and we'll meet again very soon.
Congratulations, Hari. Congratulations.
Thank you, Prakash, and thank you everyone. for
Hari
being
bhai,
on
thank
this.
you so very much.
Congratulations.
Again, thank you.
Thank you, RD sir. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so
Great to
much.
see our old buddies also, Hari. Thank you. Great to
Yeah,
see
thank
RD.
you, Vikas.
RD after a
Vikas,
long
bye.
time, see.
Hi, Vikas.
और भोपाल के दिन याद आ गए सारे आपको देख के।
Great to see you, Vikas bhai. बिल्कुल कोई बदलाव नहीं. Good. Bye.
Thank you, Hariharan sir. Thanks, team. I really liked the session. So inspiration, so much of learning.